Parents stay together just for the sake of their children. Previous generations traditionally stuck together, but times have certainly changed, with 1 in 5 Australian families now headed by a single parent. And that brings us to our daily dilemma this morning. Staying for the sake of the kids, is it worth it? Let's welcome Louise Vansleve from kidspot.com.au to the panel. Louise, what are your thoughts on this question?
Well, I think there is still a stigma out there when it comes to single parents. I think a lot of people actually stay in relationships that they're not happy in, and we're not just talking about physically abusive or emotionally abusive relationships. We're talking about people who are unhappy and perhaps not living life to the fullest and being the best person that they can be. I think that the research shows that there is no reason that there's nothing to show that the children from single parent families do any worse than children from dual parent families. So I think there's no reason to sort of step out and be assertive and be the parent that you can be and be the person that you can be too and be fulfilled. And I think a fulfilled and happy woman is a good mother, ultimately,
I loved your article because I thought, I liked the way you spoke about being a single parent can come in different sorts of ways and that you need to find your own village and your own way of getting support from people around you.
Yeah, I think it's important to know, and as a mother, and when I talk about single parenting, I think ultimately what it comes down to is all parents face the same challenges. And a big lesson that I really learnt was that the challenges that I faced as a single parent were common to all mothers and all parents. And I think it's finding the support networks that really help you, and also recognising that you need to have your needs met. And that's really critical, as a father or a mother, if you're not having your needs met and you're not taking the time out for yourself, and you need to kind of have that downtime with kids. Kids are full on, right? And sometimes you just need to go, whoa, I need out of here and I need to be alone and lock myself in a cupboard or run away.
Every now and then.
Totally.
And go, it's too hard.
Because it does. It is too hard.
Devil's advocate, I mean, it's 1 in 2 marriages that now fail. You do wonder, when you stand on that altar and you're saying, till death do us part, not until, I'm kind of bored now, getting a bit hard, want to leave.
Till mild inconvenience do us part.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about genuinely unhappy relationships. We're not talking about breaking up families.
Half of all of these people that get married are genuinely unhappy and leave.
A lot of those people do get remarried though, and so I mean, people want to sort of be together. And I think Louise is right. Of course, in a perfect world, it's better to have 2 people raising a child together if they're happy than one, just because of the sheer amount of work involved. But if those 2 people are going to be unhappy by virtue of the fact that they're still together, then, like a happy parent is a good parent.
Of course, and they're modelling the relationship. So if the relationship between the 2 parents is not happy and fulfilling, you're really setting up the expectation for the children that that's what life is about. And I know I've got an 8-year-old daughter, and I certainly don't want her to think that she has to be in an unhappy relationship or not fulfilled personally herself.
And families come in such different ways now. I mean, this is a woman speaking from experience, having never had a child, but was married at 53, and I've inherited 4 beautiful stepchildren all grown up. And we, and from my experience, I mean, I waited, to find the right man. So you don't actually have to be in a partnership to be a fulfilled person. I mean, it's about, loving yourself, liking yourself, doing what you need to do. And so for the kids, as long as the kids are loved.
And that's what they say. If the child is loved and they feel safe and secure, they have their needs met, then there's no reason that they're going to do any worse in a single-parent family versus a 2-parent family.
Yeah, great point. Let's look at some feedback that's coming in on this. We have a couple this morning. This from Stacey. Nope, then kids will think a loveless marriage is full of fights, is the way love is supposed to be. Children deserve happy parents even if that means they are separated. And then there's this. We are separated but under one roof. We are still great friends and rely on each other heavily. There is still a lot of love in our household and our children are happy. Wow, Wade, good for you for making that work.
So I thought that was from Gwyneth Paltrow and Martin.
Well, but it's good that you can be in a setup like that, and it doesn't have to be full of anger and hate and hurt. Louise, thank you very much for coming on and discussing this topic.